Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video, we're going to do an individual reading for Yerin from GFRIEND. Now, as I mentioned in someone's video, in case you didn't watch it, I don't really want to do groups that have disbanded. However, GFRIEND will be the exception because I really want to do individual readings for the whole group. However, things just kind of happened out of nowhere, and that really kind of bothered me in the sense that I feel like I will not be able to complete my collection. So do expect the rest of GFRIEND to be done eventually, but as I am, and as I tend to be, I work kind of slowly through every group, so yeah, it's gonna take me a while to finish all of GFRIEND. But with all of that said, in this video we're going to check 4 different things. We're going to check Yerin's current energy, anything that appears in her career, in her love life, and any healing messages that go through for her reading. And we have our tarot decks and our oracle decks, so let's see what's in store for her, and we will start with her current energy. So let's check Yerin's current energy. How is she doing right now? We have the King of Winter reversed. We have the Two of Autumn. And the Nine of Summer. So it seems like she's not doing too bad right now. With the King of Winter reverse, it kind of tells me that she feels like she doesn't have the authority to say what she thinks, or she has been struggling lately to think, to express what she's thinking. So the King of Wands is usually the King of Swords, and swords represent air, and the element of air is all about your thoughts, your ideas, your way of thinking, your communication, and everything along those lines. So I do feel that right now Yerin is kind of struggling with figuring out a way to effectively communicate what she's thinking and what she what she may be feeling. I guess could be, I'm not too sure, but it could also be that there is, like, maybe, I don't really see it this way. I usually read the kings, queens, and knights and pages as energies. I don't really read them as people. However, it could be read that way as well. And if that's the case, the King of Winter could represent a man or a masculine energy within Yerin's life that is kind of great. It's not being the mature individual that it should be, because kings represent a mature grown up or even an old man. That's how I see it in my eyes. So this is definitely a mature energy, but since it's reversed, it kind of shows that the individual at play is not necessarily has not really reached that point of maturity, or is working their way towards it, or something along those lines. But if we see how the king is surrounded, like what the king is surrounded with, we have the Two of Autumn, which is the equivalent of the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balancing two things. It could be your material and your physical world. It could be the practical and the emotional world, stuff like that. So this is about finding balance and finding a sense of like centering an energy and grounding that energy. So I do feel that right now Yerin is working towards balancing herself. She's juggling a couple of things at the same time, but what gives me like a good vibe is this Nine of Summer. The Nine of Summer is the Nine of Cups, which is all about a dream coming true, feeling satisfied, feeling emotionally accomplished and fulfilled. So I do feel that there's this sense of Yerin is currently working towards her balance, and she seems to be pretty grounded, and she's kind of doing a couple of things all at the same time, and she seems to be pretty happy that something that she had aimed for or something that she wished for came true. So this could be in relation to her career or something emotionally satisfying her, so she may feel a little bit more comfortable and more satisfied. So let's continue. What is Yerin currently going through? We have the Lovers reversed and the Two of Winter reversed. So the Lovers talks about opportunities. It's a Gemini card, so it's communication as well, and the union of two energies, usually the balance of masculine and feminine energy. So the energy that pushes you forward in a fire air type of way, and also the one that pushes you forward in a water earth type of energy, meaning that is the balance of impulsive action and nurtured planning, I guess you could call it that way. I'm not too sure what else to call it. And the two of but it's reversed, so it could potentially be the continuation of this king of winter that is like not being able to communicate and express yourself, because Gemini is all about communication, and the lovers is also about opportunity. So it could mean that right now, with it being reversed, Yerin feels like she doesn't have all the opportunities that she would have liked, or she feels like she's kind of stuck in one path, especially considering that it came with the Two of Winter. The Two of Winter is when you have two options that you're weighing down. You're thinking, should I take this path or that path? Should I do this thing or this other thing, right? However, when we have it reversed, I kind of feel that it could be that she doesn't realize that she has two options, or she's not even taking into consideration the two options that she has. She may be very focused on one thing and not keeping in mind that she could be doing other things as well, and it doesn't have to be only one path. So I do feel with this Two of Winter reverse that she may be ignoring something, or she doesn't even realize it, that she does have her options and she can take whatever she wants. So let's see. What's going on with Yerin? What is this King of Winter reverse? What is this? We have the Star. So I guess the King of Winter could be the fact that because it's weird, right? Because the Star is, to me, like making a wish, right? So something good is going on with her life, but it could be, if this King of Winter could potentially be about a romantic partner, considering this and this, it kind of tells me that maybe there is a romantic partner that is not fulfilling her, or it's not being the mature individual that she wants that person to be. So she may feel like whoever she wants as a partner is not good enough, or is not doing enough for the relationship to work. And it could be the reason why we have the Lovers reverse, why we have the King of Winter reverse if it's a person. And maybe she may want this individual so much that she can't even keep into consideration that maybe this person is not for her. And we also have the Star, so it's kind of like whatever wish she asked for, hasn't come true, especially since I asked specifically about this King of Winter and the Star came out. So this could be about an individual within her love life. We will see when we get there, but this could also be about her and her energy, and maybe she can't communicate what she wants, and because of that she feels like her wish is not coming true, or she can't even wish for something to happen because of feeling this sense of not being able to fully communicate what she's thinking. Let's see what else is going on with Yerin's current energy. We have a lot of major arcana, so she's going through big changes. We have Ego and the Emperor, which is a Devil card, and the Emperor card. So it seems like Yerin is under the illusion that she can't do something, or because of external energies she can't do something. Let's say, okay, the Devil is a Capricorn card, and that kind of tells me that whatever structure life has given to Yerin, it has become a limitation for her way of doing things. The Emperor is supposed to be an empowered Aries energy. It is the energy of someone that is doing their own thing, going at their own pace, going at their own flow, doing what they want to do. And this is kind of making me think of the Two of Wands for some reason. I think it's because the Emperor has a staff with the world on it, and we have the Heart on the other hand. So it kind of tells me that Yerin is going to a period where she is working against the ego and trying to go more towards her power, trying to figure out, okay, what is it that I feel is limiting me, and what am I working towards, right? So this is like, these are 2 cards, a square, which I find funny because I just talked about it in my previous, one of the videos I recorded not so long ago. But yeah, the ego, it's all about the devil card, and it's all about change and transformations. I say that because I feel that she's trying to enter into this emperor energy. What I mean by that is that usually the devil talks about being under the illusion that you can't do something, or that things are, it's just being under the illusion of something. So it could be that maybe she thinks, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, so she's limiting herself. Or she may be under the impression that things are a certain way when that's not true, so a misunderstanding of sorts. However, with this ego card, I'm leaning more towards the Capricorn energy that it symbolizes, which is maybe she feels that things are supposed to be structured a certain way, or there's a certain path that she has to take, but that's not necessarily what she wants, nor does she think that is ideal for her, so she's under that illusion. However, it feels like she's working towards this emperor energy, the energy of I do what I want, I do as I say, and the emperor is the collection of all the kings. So it feels that maybe, potentially, she's working towards all of that, and the weakest link to become this emperor is this king of winter, which is a Libra card. Putting all the zodiac signs out there, right? Which this is the energy of not being able to balance something out fully, and this could be the thing that she's still working towards balancing out in her life, and it's currently been one of the things that she's constantly struggling with. So I think it's weird. Okay, I guess it makes sense, right? That we have 2 very good cards surrounding this king of winter, and then we have the emperor, right? So I guess it is confirmation that yes, she is doing a pretty good job with herself, but she's still working on it. She's still on the process of becoming confident, or working towards doing what she wants to do and not what she was led to believe is the right thing to do. It also feels like she is working on her solar plexus, because there's a lot of yellow on this card. There's like the yellow wings and the yellow background. So the solar plexus, as I mentioned, and well, I don't know what other videos you have watched. So the solar plexus is all about your confidence, your optimism, and your creativity. So I think she's working towards feeling grounded and empowered. Number 4 is a number of grounding, of stability. So I do feel that she's working towards that. Number 2 is a number of balance, and here we have the star, which is an Aquarius card. So there's a lot of air that is out of balance, because we have this Libra card reverse, the Aquarius card reverse, and we have the Gemini card reverse. So I do feel that Yerin is having a very difficult time expressing what she's thinking, or she may be blocking some of the thoughts that she's thinking. So if there's any thought of freedom or going against the status quo, she is fighting that one and like burying that one very deep within her. So there's something that she's still struggling to even think about, or she may be having these limiting beliefs to the point that she doesn't even allow herself to just daydream and think, what if I do this, what if I do that, and not allowing herself to just plan things accordingly to what she wants to do, and not necessarily based on what society is expecting of her, or maybe what the public is expecting from her and stuff like that. So let's get into her career, because I'm not too sure if her career could be the reason as to why she's feeling the way that she's feeling, or as I mentioned, it could be in her love life. Let's just jump into her career and see what we get first of all. So what is going on in Yerin's career? We have Avenir, make peace with your past, number 1. What's going on with Yerin's career? We have sacrifice, what can you let go of, and tangibility, make your dreams real. So it seems like her career could be like a part of the reason as to why she's not doing so well in her current energy. Can you see that card? I hope you can. So it definitely feels like she's going through trying to figure out what can she physically do to make things better. But I think the struggle with her is that she's not even allowing herself to think things into reality. How should I put it? Seems like she's struggling to put her thoughts together, because I'm struggling to put my thoughts together right now, and I tend to not have that issue. But it also feels like with tangibility, she's struggling to figure out how to materialize something that she wants in her life. It also feels that she's taking she's biting more than she can chew. Like, that's part of it. Like, she's doing a lot more than she can afford to do. When I mean afford, I don't necessarily mean money. I mean time and energy. I also feel that with sacrifice, there is things holding her back. Like, these two cards kind of tell me right away that she has baggage in her career that is carrying on to her current energy, which makes complete sense. I do feel that the sudden disbandment was not going to be easy on any of the GFRIEND members. I would also feel like there's this sense of being blinded to the truth, but it also feels like, because you can't see the eyes of any of these women here, but it also feels that it's supposed to like symbolize that we're digging deep within her unconscious. Wait, yeah, we're digging deep, so we're going through her subconscious energy. So let's see what's going on in Yerin's career. Shuffle. Let's see. So what's going on in her career? We have the dark, and we have the storm. So it seems like in her career right now, there's still a lot of baggage that she's going through. These three cards kind of tell me that there's things that she has to work through. There's, it says make peace with the past. So it's kind of like learn from her past, instead of having anger and resentment that things didn't work out, or even feel grief and sadness that it didn't work out. It's like kind of work towards that and be like, okay, it didn't work out, but what did I learn from it? May it be the people that she trusted, may it be the people that she worked with, may it be the work that she did, or the contracts that she signed, or stuff like that, right? So in her career, it's kind of like going through a period of just working towards all of those difficulties. And with this dark card, it does feel that she's trying to have this clean slate, right? To me, a blank canvas is darkness, right? Why do I say that? Because when you work with light, a clean canvas is working with the absence of light, right? Like, you have no light, and then you start creating that light within yourself. So I do feel that's where she's at right now. We also have this sacrifice card, so I do feel that there's something she has to let go of, and it's sometimes not the easiest thing to do, to let go of something, especially if it's something that created structure for you, or something that you have grown accustomed with. So let's say in her career, she was under the impression that she had to be under a company and do as she's told. However, that's not necessarily what makes her happy, so there's this conflict there. However, she doesn't realize that she can let go of what people are telling her to do and what people are expecting her to do, and that could make her happier, but it could be difficult for her to even fathom the idea of having something like that. So it will be not the easiest thing, right? So it seems like in her career, she's still working towards all of that darkness, right? This dark card also is making me think of like when you do shadow work. When you do shadow work, you start realizing what am I afraid of? What is it that I cannot see? What is it that I do not accept about myself, good or bad? Stuff like that, right? With this storm card, I'm getting this strong feeling about her having a lot of internal conflicts. So this card is making me think of the combination of wild water and air. So it's kind of, air is movement, but it could go out of control if you don't tame it. And by I mean tame it, is like work with the flow. The other thing that I'm getting with it is water, right? So then thinking of like having emotions be out of whack, going out of place, and I can almost feel my throat chakra like slowly closing. So I do feel that she's finding it very hard to say what she's thinking and what she's feeling. It could be that she's so emotionally invested into her career right now, maybe not working out, or maybe being so up in the air and the unknown, that she's finding it very difficult to put her ideas and her thoughts together, because she's constantly making them go round and round, thinking, what is the right thing to do? What should I do? What is expected of me? She's still trying to do what what she's used to, but maybe that's not the path that she should continue under, because I do feel that what she's used to doesn't go in alignment with what she wants to do, like what she dreams of and what she aims for. I do feel that there's this thing of like communication, and then working towards the solar plexus, the fire within her to continue moving towards something beautiful, and then trying to create something tangible by combining what she had to let go of, and leaving room for what she does want to do in life. So what else is going on in Yerin's career? Okay, so we have South, we have Cave, Protection, we have Passion, the Soul. So yeah, there's this thing about like she needs to protect her dreams. She needs to protect those, the hope of doing something that she wants to do. Like there's this energy of like having to work very hard towards making her dreams come true. But I do feel that this card kind of came with those, right? But it feels like she needs to let go of the scary unknown, because this card was kind of talking about how the South, it takes adventure, because many people, when they were investigating and exploring around the world, the South was one of those things that many people were kind of afraid of, but slowly explored and learned from it, right? Because it was the unknown for them. So this is talking about like explorers and I guess history. I don't know. That's when you read the book. But I guess if you look at the card itself, you see like this looks like an astronaut, like the head of it. So it is kind of like exploring worlds that are unknown to you. And there's also like this red umbrella and this individual like kind of like walk, like I think it's a little girl or something there. So it kind of tells me like going down a path that it requires a lot of grounding, because red is your root chakra, which is all about balance, material world, and your grounding. So her roots. So I do feel that she, in her career, she's going through a period where she definitely has to listen to her heart, do what she's passionate about, do what she's looking forward to, doing what makes her happy, what makes her feel fulfilled and satisfied, and kind of being unafraid of exploring the unknown, and being unafraid of doing things that maybe are not conventional, kind of breaking the status quo. I think that's a very important thing with her, trying to break free of whatever was in her past, because when you have a lot of baggage from the past, it could carry into your present moment and make it very difficult to have hopes for the future. So I'm not too sure what to ask, so I'll just ask what's going on with Yerin's career. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. We have the Page of Wands. Oh, and we have the Moon. Okay, so with these three cards, it kind of tells me, again, we have two water cards that are reversed. The Ace of Cups symbolizes a new beginning. It represents emotions, creativity, and spirituality because it's a water card. It's also supposed to symbolize a new beginning. So this new adventure is supposed to be to allow herself to follow what she's emotionally invested in and what she's emotionally going to satisfy her and make her feel fulfilled and content. So I do feel, and also this Page of Wands is about new beginnings, but it's like a baby energy type of thing. So it's like she's slowly, but this feels like her personality, right? Because this is about people as well. So it feels like she's slowly trying to realize when is a good time to take action. Seems like she's slowly trying to like she's learning how to listen carefully to notice and realize when is the time to take action. Like, oh, things are settling down, I have the skills, and this is what I want to do. Time to take action, right? Because pages are messengers as well. So it feels like she's listening. She's waiting to hear, like, or to see the green light of like, go, this is what you have to do, this is your calling, this is what will make you happy, this is your purpose. But it also feels like she hasn't really learned how to take action effectively. So what I mean by that is that it feels like she's still, especially because we have the Page of Wands right in the middle, it feels like she's still in between these two worlds of trying to do what she's passionate about, but also trying to let go of that baggage that's holding her back. This dark card is paired up with the light card, but they're not here. Like both cards are not here, because I believe in Cardcaptor Sakura, she finds both of them. She gets both of those cards during a play. I think it was like Sleeping Beauty. I think that was the play that they were doing. And she finds both of those cards together, and she has to capture them together. And later on, I guess spoilers, later on when she's trying to change the cards to be within her own energy, her own to be her own, basically her own magic, she needed to change dark and light at the same time because they come together, right? It's telling me like just because things are not looking too well doesn't mean that things are completely bad. There is a balance, right? So I do feel that she may still need to learn how to work from the difficult challenges that she faces and turn them into beautiful learning experiences and knowledge and wisdom that will help her into her future. But she has to heal her past self first. So I don't know, I thought that was important to talk about. We have the moon reverse. So the moon usually represents all of the unknowns. It's a Pisces card, which Pisces is a water sign, and it kind of talks about all of the unknown, and the fact that it's reversed kind of tells me that she's not aware of things that are unknown to her, if that makes sense. Like, okay, let me explain on this one. So you know how there are times that you don't know something, and that could be very scary, but it could also be very rewarding. So this is kind of when you start measuring when you work with what you have rather than limiting yourself and be like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, or trying to control the whole situation and be like, I'm gonna figure it out and do things on my own. This is kind of like where you find a healthy balance of figuring out, okay, what is tangible, what is it that I can work towards to make my dream come true. And when you figure out the unknowns, or like the things that you don't know of, is kind of like when you start telling yourself, okay, what can I let the universe handle, right? What I mean by that is, like, let's say Yerin is like, I want to make my career go in this direction, right? And she knows that she has the skills to go in that direction. She knows that that is what she wants. But what she doesn't know is how to turn in that direction that she wants, right? So that's when she allows the universe to take care of that. It's like, okay, you give me a sign and tell me when to take action, or what people to go towards, and who should I talk to, or I leave it to you to bring me the people that will help me make my dream come true, or I leave it to you to tell me when is the right time to take action towards my dreams to make them true. You catch my drift? I hope that makes sense. But it's reversed. I feel that she's still not aware of what is in her power, what's not in her power, so she could be pressuring herself too much right now within her career, trying to make just everything happen the way that she wants, even though, well, she doesn't really have the full power to make that happen. So I do feel that if she doesn't work towards her baggage, she's just going to feel very hopeless in the future. But she does need to get rid of it if she wants to start figuring out how, like, what she can do, you know, what's under her control and what's out of her control, and be okay with that and work with that. Because I do feel that she may be carrying a lot of sadness and resentment from the past, or a lot of she may feel very clueless and left out and lonely, that things didn't work out or something along those lines. So I do feel that in her career she needs to work through all of that baggage to be able to slowly see that there's a dream that she has, and that she does have the ability to make it happen. She just needs to think of what's tangible and let go of what isn't in her power to do and handle. So yeah, let's check out her love life and see what we get there. Let's see what's going on with Yerin's love life. What's going on with her love life? Now for the reverse. So we have the sand. We have freeze, fiery, and I want to check what's on the bottom. The illusion. Okay, well. Okay. So it feels like freeze and fiery. So there's like this opposing energies in her love life, and then we have sand and illusion. So with sand, I'm kind of getting this energy of, I'm thinking of like a sand clock. You know, the ones that the sand is dropping and that's how you measure time. I do feel that it could be something like time is ticking or like time is passing and there's like an illusion. So I'm not too sure what the illusion is yet. Like I'm not too sure what she's not seeing. However, we did get the Devil card which talks about illusions in her current energy. So it could be in relation to that. Right now what I'm kind of thinking of is that maybe things are repeating for her, or she thinks time is on a loop, like things are not changing. That's one of the things that I'm kind of getting. I'm also feeling like we have red here, and red here. So there's something that she definitely has to ground that she hasn't been successful in grounding. And then we have blue right there. So that's her throat chakra. She's not being able to communicate because of her lack of grounding. Potentially. That could be part of it. Or it seems like in her love life, there's it all just felt clear for me all of a sudden. So it's not in focus. Anyway, so we have freeze and fiery. So it kind of tells me that there's these two opposing energies. But it also made me think of, when someone is, when someone like goes cold on you, it's kind of a sign that things are not good anymore. Does that make sense? So it kind of feels right here that maybe sometimes she has very like a flame burning within her of like, there is love, there is hope, I have a partner that will satisfy me, make me very happy, but then it also feels like it goes cold, right? So it feels like her love life kind of goes on and off. And I'm not saying that necessarily in a bad way. I just feel that sometimes there is a lot of hope for love, and then there is a lot of loving partners and a lot of loving energy going through, but then all of a sudden, boom, gone. It's like someone just flipped a switch and it's gone. So I don't know if it's because of her or that's just how her love life is. Like things are like there's nothing and then there is something, and it's going full on passion, full on eternity, we will be together forever, but then no, gone. Like I'm not too sure if that's the case. Or it could also mean that she attracts partners that are very different from her. Like they're like the total opposite of her. And if that's the case, if the case is of like it goes cold and hot, this could be the illusion and the thing of like going on a loop, right? I'm thinking of the Japanese song that is called Loop, but I'm not too sure what the song is about. I think that song is about liking someone that is gone. I could be wrong. Anyway, but this one is so with these two cards I'm kind of getting this sense of like she may feel like it's like a cycle or a repeated pattern that things just don't work out. Sometimes it's very good and then it's just gone. So I do feel that could be a pattern in her love life. Like things are not necessarily the best in her love life. Let's just kind of put it that way. Not necessarily bad as in like it's toxic and horrible. It's just that I guess it could be a little bit discouraging that she has these periods where everything's great, everything's working out, and then all of a sudden it isn't. it just like the trail runs cold. So yeah, let's take out more cards to see how her love life is. How is Yerin's love life? We have Earth and we have Ice. Okay. So her love life is very pure with this purity. All her relationships are different. And I do feel that she's still looking for a partner to give her the comfort that she's looking for. I don't think she has found that partner yet. I think she's still in the search for it. Someone that will be very loyal, someone that will be very warm and comforting and very caring. She hasn't found that individual. I don't think she has. And with this purity card, this Ice with the keyword being purity, I do feel that she is looking for someone that, because there's two people. Well, there's two energies here. One is an animal and one is a person. So I do feel that maybe right now, if she has pets, her pets are her comfort and her love and the loyalty she's looking for, but she has not found a partner that will do that yet. I do feel that she wants that maybe She wants to be with someone that she feels she has known all her life. Not necessarily that she has, right? But it's kind of like you feel like you've known them since forever, and things just work out, and things are comfortable, and things are just good. I do feel that's kind of what she wants in her love life, but I don't think she has found it yet. And she wants someone that is very loving, very caring, very very warm, and someone that loves to take action, loves to go on adventures, is very outspoken, fiery, loves to be in the spotlight. Like, I think that's the type of partner she's looking for, because of these 2 fire cards. And she wants someone that is very unique. But the other thing, we have an 11 and we have a 33. 33 is basically 3 repeated. And 3 is all about working together. It's about not necessarily partnerships. It could be kind of like, because I'm thinking of the 3 of Pentacles, for whatever reason. So it's always about being able to work with other people. It's about help coming in and you work with them. So it is partnership, but not necessarily romantic. But when you have 33, if you add those 2 digits, you get 6. And 6 is all about equal give and take. Because again, I'm thinking of the 6 of Pentacles, right? But also, if you want to think about it that way, I'm thinking of the 6 of Cups, which is all about past relationships and friendships and someone from a past life even. It could be like that. So someone you've known for a long time. Now, if we talk about 11, we have 1 repeated, which 1 is all about beginnings. And I do feel that in this case, it could be about feeling like an individual, being in your own energy, being comfortable and confident within yourself. But when you add 1 plus 1, you get 2, and 2 is all about balance. So I do feel that she kind of does wish for equal give and take in a relationship. She seems to also want a relationship where both, she can be an individual empowered within herself, and she can find a partner that will also be confident and powerful within themselves. But when they come together, it's all about complementing each other, not necessarily being like the other half, but being 2 wholes working together. I do feel that that's very important. This sense of partnership and working together, loyalty, comfort, and being each other's home in a way is what she's looking for in her love life. So I guess she's kind of looking for the real deal, and she hasn't found it yet though. So what's going on in Yerin's love life? We have Witch. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. And we have Protection. Set personal boundaries. One of the things that I got with these 2 cards right off the bat was protect yourself and don't allow others to mistreat or misuse your power. That's kind of what I'm getting. So I'm not too sure what that means necessarily. Like, I do feel that maybe Yerin could be very intuitive. I'm not too sure what sign she is sun-wise. So, whoops. I just know she's from the 96. But there's this sense of like, there is things that she knows and she is very certain of. However, she may kind of put it in the back burner and be like, that ain't true. Oh, that's not how things go. Oh, forget about that. So I do feel that with set personal boundaries, it could be about setting personal boundaries within herself or with people. Because I do feel that she may have something that attracts people. I don't know if it's good or bad. Like, I don't know if it's people that are wanting to take advantage of her, or she's attracting people that are just not even wanting to be in a relationship with her, and that hurts her. Like, I'm not too sure, but I don't with this, because we have 36 and 26, so that's 2 sixes already. But this is a 9 and this is an 8, so that, I don't know why that's important. It's like closing a cycle. Let me think. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. Set personal boundaries. So I think one of the issues she could have in her love life is that she doesn't give herself enough self-respect. Like, she does not give herself the place that she needs to find the right partner for her. Like, I guess it could be that if we see it from an unhealthy perspective, she could be constantly dating people to satisfy this need of feeling comfortable and feeling love. But I do feel that that issue is that she may be attracting the wrong people towards her. Now, if we see this from like a semi-positive way, is that life is protecting her and making sure that these relationships don't even work, because she needs to give that love and self-respect to herself first before she can even find the right person for her. So it's kind of like, you know how they say that rejection is divine protection? That's kind of what I'm getting here, and that's like the positive outlook of it, and that's still not too bright and shiny and good, you know what I mean? But it's better than thinking that people are just taking advantage of her. So this is kind of like the energy of her love life is not working because life wants to give her a very good partner that will be everything that she wishes for and everything that she dreams of, but she needs to kind of work on herself first, give herself the love that she needs so like that she can be satisfied and fulfilled and all of that. So let me see, what type of partner does life want to give her? So we have the 10 of Wands, we have the Chariot. Now I'm just gonna leave those two because those were the only ones I saw. Everything else, shoot. So we have the 10 of Spring and the Chariot. So it seems like life wants to give her someone that is a hard worker. Because I'm thinking of the 10 of Spring is the equivalent of the 10 of Wands, and I'm thinking of the 10 of Wands in Shadowscapes, and in that one is like a person that's like holding on their back like a whole town or city, which is supposed to show like, you know, maybe feeling burdened or carrying too much with you or something like that. But in this case, seeing how it's next to the Chariot, which is a Cancer card, I do feel that life wants to give Yerin a partner that will do everything for her. By everything is like be like a knight in shining armor, right? It's kind of like life wants to give her a partner that will be very loving, very caring, that will travel the world, the skies and planets, space or whatever, the galaxies to find her, type of thing. So they want to offer her something very beautiful, something very nice. It is very similar to kind of what she wants with this Comfort card. I mean, with this Hearth card. Life wants to give her someone that is going to have a fire within them, that will be able to handle any burden in the world, that will be able to handle the weight of pressure and stuff, right? So it feels like they want to give her someone that is not going to be easily broken, someone that is very determined, like whatever path they have in mind, they're just going to take it and do it. I do feel that it's like someone that seems to have fun, may enjoy to travel, or is very determined, like this is a path that I'm taking, that's what I'm doing, that type of energy. Or it also feels like they want to, like the universe wants to give Yerin a partner that she can rely on and that will be supportive to her, that will be able to help her out when she needs it, that it's someone that will give her the comfort that she needs to be able to say, I'm not okay, can you help me, or can you be there for me, or this is what I need, you know, because I do feel that she might be a very good partner. I say might because I'm not necessarily getting cards from her part, I just have a very good idea of her. I do think she's a nice person, but that's not necessarily what the cards are telling me, that's just me being me. So just like one last thing, any last messages for Yerin love life? We have the 5 of Wands reversed and the Devil again. Confirmation, let's go. So remember how I mentioned in her current energy, if you saw that, I don't know if people actually watch the whole video or if they just watch the sections that they want to watch. So let me explain. So in Yerin's current energy, we saw the Devil come up, which was Ego number 15 in this deck, and I mentioned that could be a sign that the King of Swords reverse that we saw could be a person, and if it could be in her love life or it could be in her career, I wasn't too sure. But as we see that the Devil came up again in her love life, I'm assuming that the King of Wands reverse was in fact and indeed a person that she wants to be romantically involved with. Now, one of the things that I kind of popped into my head randomly was that the King of Swords could, if it's not portrayed in a healthy way, or like they're not being mature about it, they could be very cold and distant because it's an air car, and I don't really see myself like this because I have a lot of air within me. I don't see myself like this, but I do feel that if I'm with someone that is very emotional and very grounded and very earthy and stuff, they might feel that I'm giving them the cold shoulder when indeed I'm not. So, I do feel that with her, like, you know, I understand that air signs could be very distant and cold and stuff like that. So I do feel that maybe we are seeing that right now someone gave her the cold shoulder romantic wise, some partner, or someone that she wanted as a partner. Like, they don't have to actually be something for her to feel that way, right? So I do feel that someone just gave her the cold shoulder or is being very distant right now, and that was the King of Swords that we saw in her love life. I mean, in her current energy that now we see in her love life. Also, the first thing that I got when I saw this Five of Wands reversed was that she needs to stop fighting the inevitable. So I do feel that she may be fighting very hard to get things her way, but life is doing the whole thing of, like, you know, set healthy boundaries. You know, rejection is divine protection. So they're kind of like pushing this individual out because, like, believe me, this person doesn't want to be with you. Do yourself the favor and try not to fight for them because they're not going to be good for you, you know? It's like, don't force it, right? So I do feel that this Five of Wands is kind of showing that the person that she's going to end up with is going to be an individual that she doesn't have to force a relationship to happen. It's just going to flow naturally, and it's just going to work out. She doesn't have to fight for it. And yeah, this Devil card tells me that could be the illusion she's under. You know, the illusion that she has to be with a certain person because she wants it, when in fact life is like, we're pushing this individual away because they're not the person you want. They're not the person you think they are, or they're not the person that is going to satisfy you the way that you want. So I do feel that life is kind of telling her, by pushing this person, you know, it's kind of those things, like, sometimes when things don't work out the way that you want is because life is trying to lead you down a path that is actually what you're looking for and what you want. So I do feel that that's kind of what's going on in her love life. That is the whole thing of, like, yes, I understand that it may feel like the pattern is repeating again, but that's because this is not the person. This is not the one. So I do feel that that's something that she kind of has to work with. Life wants to give her someone that is very good, someone that will be very loyal, you know, what she wants. Or someone loyal, fiery, passionate, caring, and loving, you know, all these beautiful things. But she can't get that right now because whoever she's focusing on, like, whatever person she has in mind, that person ain't it. Yes. Okay. Now, with all of that said, let's go into her healing messages. So let's see, hold up. So what healing messages are there for Yerin? So we have the owl spirit, and we have the peacock spirit. I should have read. So for the owl spirit, we have you see clearly now, and for the peacock spirit, we have let it shine reversed. So with the peacock spirit being reversed, I kind of feel that this energy is supposed to symbolize that life is kind of helping her and working with her and trying to make sure that she's following what she wants, what her heart desires, which is something that we kind of saw in her career. The whole thing of doing what she dreams of, and we kind of got hints of it in her current energy. The whole thing with the star reverse, the whole thing with the Nine of Cups, doing what satisfies her, do what she's emotionally okay with, doing what she wants to, whatever will satisfy her, whatever she dreams of, and whatever her soul calls her out to do. The other thing that I'm kind of seeing is that with this owl spirit, with the you see clearly now, I am not too sure what she's seeing clearly. However, I do know that with this owl spirit, it's supposed to symbolize that life is helping her spirit guides, her angels, or this divine power is helping her try to figure how to, you know, get rid of the blindfold that she has. You know, she may be very idealistic, she may be very optimistic that things will just kind of work out. However, she may not even realize what the people she's surrounded with, or she may not even notice, you know, that devil, you know, that she's under the illusion that things are not working out. That she may not even realize that there's like this blindfold on her. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it happens that you're so deep into something that you don't even realize it ain't good for you. That kind of energy. So if you like, this owl spirit is trying to help her clear things up, is helping her see things for what they really are and not what she believes them to be. And this peacock spirit is trying to help her work towards all those difficulties that she's going through right now. Especially since it's reversed. It's kind of like the other thing that I just got is that like everything that shines is not gold. Not everything that shines is gold. Something along those lines. So that could be a warning for her. But the other thing that I'm getting with this peacock spirit being reversed is the whole thing of like, you know, you're not on your own. You know, there's nothing wrong with being on the spotlight, or there's nothing wrong with doing that baggage work, the shadow work. That's what I wanted to say. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, I feel. Let's see. What other healing messages are there for getting? What other healing messages are there for getting? We have the white raven spirit, trust in the magic. What? Oh wow. It's a struggle to get healing messages for her. And then we have the parrot. We have the parrot spirit. Watch your words reversed. So, and then the flamingo spirit on the bottom. So with this white raven, we have white raven spirit trusting the magic. So I do feel that life wants her to continue being optimistic. Wants her to continue being, you know, follow whatever she daydreams about. Life wants her to continue to do that. Life wants her to continue feeling happy and satisfied with life. You know, it kind of feels like life is like, this is my precious baby, Yerin, and I want her to be very happy, and they're protecting her so much that it's kind of, there's nothing wrong with protecting her, but I do feel that it could have led her, I guess it's because she doesn't see things for what they are, right? Which is something that they're like helping her through. I don't think life is babying her as much as she just has the energy of someone that you want to take care of and make sure that they're okay. I guess she just has that energy. But yeah, with trusting the magic, it does feel that life wants her to continue being optimistic, wants her to continue dreaming, to continue following her ambitions, her dreams, her goals. Like, life still wants her to go down the path. I mean, that was the whole thing that we saw on the right side of her career. They want her to follow what her soul wants. They want her to do what she's passionate about, you know, shine through her like real true colors and not what she feels life is telling her to. Life, when I said life this time, I meant like the general public and her career and whoever her boss is. Like, life wants her to continue doing what she wants and not what it's expected of her. And this white raven tells me that life is telling her, you know, take the risk and just be that unique individual you are. You don't have to be like everybody else, and even though we are all very similar, we are all very different too. So yeah, trusting the magic. I do feel that life is trying to encourage her to do that, to continue having hope and faith that things will get better. The other card that we have is the parrot spirit, watch your words, which is in its reverse. So I do feel that life is kind of telling her, you know, in this case I do feel it's like, speak up. What do you believe in? What do you think? What are you aiming for? What are you thinking of? You know, I do feel that life is kind of like nudging her a little bit and be like, tell me, what do you want? Because I do feel that it's kind of like life doesn't really know what to give her sometimes, because they don't really know what she wants. Alright? Because, you know how sometimes it's like, if you want something to come true, you should probably talk about it or say it to make it more real. That's kind of what I'm thinking of, right? Like, sometimes when you write it down or when you tell somebody else about something you dream of, it becomes more real because it's almost like you're manifesting it by just speaking about it. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Like, she kind of needs to speak up and say what she thinks, what she believes in, so the universe can like help her out a little bit. I do feel that it will also help her clear things out for herself, maybe by clarifying misunderstandings within herself, being able to work through the baggage that she carries. Like, let's say we all have different ways of like channeling. like I'm using cards to channel messages, right? But some people do it through writing, other people do it through art, and some people do it through speaking. Like they realize what their issues are and what they're blocked with because they start like speaking to themselves. Like they say like, okay, so today I felt like this and I'm not too sure why, and then they start going through like this monologue that eventually clears things up for them. So that could be very beneficial for her. And the card that we had at the bottom was the Flamingo Spirit, Embrace the In-Between, which I do feel kind of goes with what we saw in was it her career, in her current energy, that we got this whole thing about kind of because I'm thinking of the Two of Pentacles. I know that's when I talked this whole thing of duality and the physical and the spiritual world, or the practical and emotional world. Like I know I mentioned that in her current energy. So I do feel that life is trying to encourage Yerin to go through that in between. Like start exploring that other side of herself that she does not want to see, or explore, like kind of like go out of her comfort zone to be able to see clearly and have fun, that things will get better, but also like speak up. Like I do feel that we're going from worse to good, right? Like we're going through all her difficulties and unblocking all of that energy to eventually get to all of this good stuff of having hope and faith that things will get better, seeing things clearly, because she's able to go towards that unknown that she has been ignoring or resisting, that I think we also talked about in her, we definitely talked about it in her career, but we kind of mentioned that also in her love life when we saw the Devil come up and the Illusions and Sand card that we got on this side as well. So I do feel that right now my right hand represents all of the things that Yerin has been struggling with, all the difficulties and challenges that she has also been kind of resisting against, and then she's slowly moving towards a period of clarity. And it in this side, this left side, is like the side that kind of was showing, oh, this is all the things that you should work on, this is all the things that, the baggage you should get rid of, this is how things truly are, this is the hope that you're going to get, and this is like the difficulties and challenges Yerin is not looking at, it has not been aware of, right? So I'm getting kind of like the strong message that we got from the Moon reverse, right? That there's unknowns that she is not aware of and she hasn't seen, and because of that, that's making it kind of difficult for her to actually see things clearly, even if she doesn't have control over everything. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for her. So yeah, I hope you guys found this entertaining or learned something from this. Maybe you had fun watching it, maybe you didn't, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it regardless. So yeah, love and healing from my part to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is, and bye.